Welcome back to the Moto Experience. My name is Jackson. Today I will be showing you all the gear that I take with me moto camping. Show you the bags I use. I'll go through each little piece. I'll lay it all out. This has been a highly requested video from family, friends, my friends on YouTube, so I'm excited to share it. Let's get into it. I'm able to fit everything in these 3 bags. I have a 30-liter roll bag, 20-liter roll bag, and I honestly don't know how many liters this camera bag is, but it has a fair amount of storage. First thing I do when I get to a campsite is I get out my tarp. While camping, I usually leave this rear roll bag on. It's not too big of a pain to take off, but I'd rather just leave it on. But this side bag I do take off of the bike. It's pretty easy, just undo these 4 buckles. That comes right off. It's always a good idea to have a water filter. I do bring a fair amount of water with me, but sometimes you run out, sometimes you're extra thirsty. You never know what will happen, so water filter is always a good idea. Speaking of water, I tend to bring this 1-gallon insulated jug. It's just a plastic jug with a neoprene wraparound installation. It's pretty handy. It's empty right now. Next is my jet boil. I use this mainly to boil water in the mornings to make my cacao. It's similar to coffee if you've never drank like ceremonial grade cacao. Has caffeine, theobromine, some natural stimulants, so that's pretty much what I use it for, but you can use it for cooking too. Also in this rear bag, I put my tent. If you've watched any of my camping videos, I do usually sleep in this REI Half Dome 2 tent, but my most recent trip to Gold Butte National Monument, I just slept on the ground underneath this little rock alcove. It was cool, so I didn't bring my tent. Opened up some more room for some larger items like more food and whatnot, but I've had this tent for a long time. It's a great tent. I honestly can't remember how long I've had it for, but it's a backpacking tent, so it's lightweight, pack's pretty small. Sometimes I don't bring the rain fly, makes it even smaller. It's a great tent. Some other things I have in here that usually stay in this bag. It's like a ratchet and socket set, a flat tire repair kit with plugs, patches, gloves. I also keep the wrenches to adjust my rear suspension, to adjust the preload. I keep them in here so they're not rattling around elsewhere. Got like a razor blade, some other things. It's good to have tools with you, especially if you're pretty far from any services or if you don't even have cell service. You got to be able to do minor repairs on your own. I keep a little bottle of gasoline. I know it's not that much, but it's better than nothing. I feel like the range is pretty good on the Scrambler 400X. I can get maybe 200 miles off-road. On-road I can maybe get 220, 240. Off-road's probably closer to 200 miles on one tank. So it's always nice to have a little extra. Got a screwdriver set, some pliers. This is a tire inflator, a battery-powered tire inflator, so you can check your tire pressure with it or fill up your tires with air. You can also use it as a battery to charge your electronics. That pretty much does it for the rear bag. So let's get into the side saddlebag. It all depends on the temperatures of where I'm camping, if I stay in my riding clothes or if I want to change into something more lightweight. So I usually bring some running clothes. I'm a big trail runner, so I always bring some running shorts, a running shirt, running hat. A little more comfortable, and I'm also running all the time anyway. So some extra clothes, extra socks. I usually bring 2 other pairs of socks besides what I wear riding. If it's cold, I'll bring some base layers. My little toiletries bag, you know, toothbrush, toothpaste, sunscreen, deodorant, that kind of stuff. I usually bring a book with me, a little light you've probably seen inside my tent, and one of the largest items I bring, my sleeping bag, which actually compacts pretty small. This is the Mountain Hardwear Bishop's Pass 0 degree. My favorite sleeping bag ever. I've had it for 4.5 years. It is so warm, so comfortable. Compact's pretty small. This is not the stuff sack it came with. I honestly need to get a new one because 2 of the buckles are broken, but it still works. It compacts pretty small, fits inside this bag, and you've probably seen it in my videos. Plenty fluffy, plenty warm. I love that. The sleeping bag is incredible. Love it. And my sleeping pad is the Nemo Tensor insulated. Also my favorite sleeping pad ever. It's 3 inches thick, a little thicker than most sleeping pads. I am 6'2", so I got the long and wide version of the pad. I love the sleeping pad. Warm, comfortable, a little noisy, but it is insulated, so trade-offs. And then my camping pillow is a REI Co-op foam pillow. I don't know what it's called, I just call it the foam pillow. It's comfortable, packed small. I'm a side sleeper, so I tend to fold it sometimes and put it under my head. But it works for me. The most important thing is obviously finding something within your budget and also finding what you're comfortable with. But you're camping, so there's gonna be things that you aren't comfortable with. You just gotta face the facts. This bag also has this front pocket where I keep a couple things. One is this portable battery bank by Anker. It's a 20,000 milliamp battery. I use it to charge my camera batteries, my phone. This thing will charge all of my small devices for days. It's incredible. Headphones, some hand sanitizer, tissues, my headlamp, you know, small stuff for this little pocket. And that does it for this bag. And now my camera bag. I actually just bought this recently. I'm really excited about it. So apart from the gallon jug that I bring, I always bring this 50-ounce bottle. I've had this for years. You know, what can you say? It's a water bottle. Holds my water. So this camera bag's awesome. It's got a protective, fully padded pouch for my camera, which I'm recording with at the moment. Keep a spare lens, all my cleaning stuff in there. Some camera accessories. But it's also kind of like a hiking backpack. It has quite a good amount of storage. Something I highly recommend is a comprehensive first aid kit. You never know what's going to happen. You never know how bad you're going to get injured or how much blood you could lose in any situation. So it's good to have something that could save your life. I tend to make my dinners beforehand. It's just easier to wrap it all up in parchment paper and tin foil and throw it on a fire, and it cooks in just a couple of minutes. So I usually bring this Chill Buddy cooler with a couple of ice packs in it. It'll keep my food cold enough for 2 dinners, for 2 days. For longer trips, I'm gonna have to figure something out, but Chill Buddy works great for now. As far as utensils go, I usually just grab a fork and a steak knife out of the kitchen, bring them with me, wipe them off when I'm done, and clean them when I get home. Keep it simple. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Most of this stuff I already had. The sleeping bag, the pad, the tent, the pillow, the water bottle, the water filter, the jet boil, I've all had and used it for years. What I'm trying to say is don't overcomplicate it. If you already have the basics, just hop on your motorcycle and go ride to wherever you want to camp. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I still have to pack all this up, so if you want to stick around for that. If you want to see me using this gear, click on this playlist to see all of my camping videos. There'll be plenty more coming out. Again, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you found it useful. If you have any questions about any gear, about any recommendations, whatever, just comment below. I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. If you want to stick around for my ride out of here, here it is.